Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we get back started at work on the 2010 Volkswagen Jetta. It's still hot out here in Texas. As usual, the sun's finally going down. Finally got a chance to come out here and get back to work on it. Today we're going to begin replacing both fenders and the hood. And luckily for me, I was able to find these parts on the junkyard for a very good price, same color and everything. Fenders for $50 each, the hood for $1.25. Great deals, couldn't pass them up. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a replacement bumper. After looking at this one and comparing to the ones that I did find out there, mine wasn't too bad. So what I'll probably end up doing is pulling this off and repainting it myself, along with the the covers on the side mirrors, which need a little bit of work, and then we'll start from there. These are the basic tools I'll be using today, just to to get the car up and take the wheels off. Be using everything from Harbor Freight except for my Makita, which is my favorite tool. I always have to have it out. None of these tools have failed me. They work great. I used to buy nothing but Craftsman in the past, but Craftsman over the years had started making all their stuff in China, and I figure if they're going to start doing that, I might as well just buy stuff from Harbor Freight. And these tools have been great. The Earthquake series have been awesome. Even the Brawler series has worked fairly well. It hasn't let me down yet. And this one here too is an Earthquake. Let me see if I can get in frame here. Works very well. No complaints at all. But these are all the basic tools I'm going to be using today just to get this everything off. I already started by pulling the sprayers for the windshield off, but we got to transfer that over to the new hood. I already marked off the existing hood locations. Hopefully that comes out. Just kind of use some marker just to give myself a go-by placer on that. So we'll get started. There's some other things that I did too. Is obviously one of the issues with this car that I found out was, if I can get over here, is the radio antenna. They're pretty cruddy. They look awful. So I'm going to go ahead and just scrap this one, not replace it. And what I ended up doing was buying this thing off of eBay. A little shark fin. Has a little circuit board. I guess it amplifies the signal. I tested it. Seems to work very well. I was picking up reception with no problem. The color matched the car, but the plastic feels real cheap. I don't expect this to last long in the sun, to be honest with you. So I'll wait till the paint I ordered to come in, and I'm gonna repaint this and clear coat it. So hopefully it stays. Hopefully it'll last long enough. So the paint, the sun doesn't destroy the paint. Also, in that kit, they came with it's kind of funny, is the adhesive that goes under here, and I guess they're trying to mimic 3M, but this is 3WM. I'm gonna look for a big piece of mounting tape for this and not use this. I don't trust this. So I hate to be someone driving down the freeway with this and it just blows off on them and starts whacking the window. So we're not going to be using this, so I'll look for something much better. Hopefully 3M makes something large that I can cut out to this template. Another issue with this car was the gas cap. Apparently these things like to break off, like this one did. Just totally tore off at some point when I guess someone changed their gas. And so what I did is I found a replacement. It's a stat. Oh, that was a Carrera S. That's nice. Anyway, I'm back to it. The only thing you gotta do is kind of drill out the hole right here where it mounts to about this size, and then we get this guy in there and just snap them in. Push that in, it snaps in, and you got a new cap. So that was a $10 replacement. I forgot to mention the price on this eBay antenna was about $5. So I guess you pay what you get, but it's getting reception, so it works. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to get started removing these hood bolts. There's 4 bolts. They're all 13 millimeter. Should be fairly easy. We're going to remove the back 2 bolts completely and just loosen up the front. The fronts have a front facing slot that we can just slide the hood off later. That's it for that. Now we just have this strut holding up the hood for now. Strut's fairly easy. It's got a clip on top. I'll just use a small screwdriver like this, get behind the clip, and you can pull that piece right out. So it's just a ball joint. You slip it under there, just pull out, and you're done. I'm going to keep it in there for now just to hold the hood in place since we already got that there. And then we'll work to disconnecting the window washers, make sure we don't destroy those lines. Alright, so I changed the alignment of the camera real quick so hopefully it picks up what I'm doing back here with the window washers. Both window washers have 2 electrical plugs and 2 hoses that go into it for the fluid, so it's fairly easy to get out. You want to start from the back side. From here, so you want to get from the back side and just pull forward a little bit and it should just drop right out. And the rest is fairly simple. We have a small clip here that's going to come loose for your squirter, just like so, and just an electrical piece here, and that's it. Very simple. Next would be so you saw that I removed the hood already. Fairly simple, straightforward. Like I said, 4 bolts. Since I got the hood off, I'm going to access these bolts for the fender. They're 10 millimeter bolts. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 on top. I believe it's the same on both sides. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4 over there by the window. So we'll get those off real quick. And then after that, I'll jack up the car, take off the wheel liners on each side, and get to the additional bolts that we don't see. They're hidden underneath that. I wanted to also mention that I did get a light, corner light for the bumper that we were missing. I wasn't totally sure if the accident had, if the wiring was chewed off or something happened to it. So what I ended up doing, I bought this aftermarket kit. It's made by Depot. They're manufacturers for all wreck parts and stuff. You can see what it is. It comes with a full harness just in case you need it. All the wiring, of course the plug-in bulb and the bulb. So it comes with everything. This for 10 bucks. Can't beat it. So I went ahead and just got the whole entire thing. It was just, you never know if I need the wires or the plug or anything. I think it's under there. I still haven't located it. I guess I'll look at it as soon as I take the fender off, and we'll figure that out. As I said, they're 10 millimeter bolts. I'm going to use the old trusty Makita. Handles just about everything. It's got plenty of torque for stuff like this. Makes quick work of those bolts, no problem. Bolts, nuts, whatever they are. I know there might be a couple of bolts and nuts right in the door jamb, so we'll get to those as well. I already started removing the nuts and bolts on this end, on this fender here, the bad fender that looks really bad. But you can tell, I just wanted to bring this to notice that I can put my finger here. You can see how much movement this panel gives. I'm gonna find out just looking at all these panels and how they're stamped and all the markings in the car. This car was entirely made in the Mexico plant. All the panels were made there. I'm not sure about the engine. I haven't really looked into detail on that one. Everything up to the owner's manual. Owner's manual was printed in Mexico, so I'm pretty sure everything was done in Mexico, including, you know, I'm not sure where they get their steel either. Looking at these new fenders here that I got, these things, no joke, are a little bit, I don't know, you get the heaviest duty foil you can get and put in a few layers and you got a fender. Because these, I can just, I mean, it's soft metal. I can just bend these with no effort. Just to be aware that whatever damage is on here was very minimal. I'm sure something really stupid like, I don't know, roofing, old roofing off of the back of a truck hit it on the highway and it did this damage. It's pretty crazy to think that that's what holds up today. I don't even know why they make them metal. Maybe they should just done it plastic. I don't know. I guess this is prices. I don't know. It kills me to think about it. We'll continue work. Well, I'll give you guys a quick update. Off camera, I went ahead and replaced the two fenders and the hood I found out at the junkyard. I had kind of a time crunch and was running out of daylight, and so I decided to do off camera and kind of fight with it. Did run into a little bit of drama though after, and this is totally my fault, and it's going to help me blow the budget even more. You see I have the bumper cover off for a reason, to do some slight repair to the tabs, the mounting tabs for it, and also do a headlight adjustment over there so I can actually fit the fender correctly on there. And I'll show you what they do have an adjuster on there, just in case you know, something's missed the line, you can line it up. We'll get to that, but I try to keep some of the drama off the channel. This one was not avoidable, and there's nothing I can do about it except, you know, I kind of messed up. So I'll show you. I'll close the hood here. And I'll come over here, and if you can tell me if you see any difference with that new fender and the door. Let me see if I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up at all. There, maybe there you can probably see it. It's a little bit of different color. I didn't double check my colors, and that's my mistake. It's still okay. I'm just gonna have to pay a little bit more to get this professionally sprayed, since I won't be doing any spraying on this project at all. I don't have room to do it or a booth outside to kind of do it. What turns out is the parts I got was a silver color, and I thought the car was silver, without checking. This is actually not silver. It is a white gold metallic. Doesn't look gold to me, but it is what it is, and so now I'm faced with it. Now to that headlight adjustment. I was fighting all day long yesterday trying to line up this fender perfectly flush with this headlight. It's supposed to sit nice and flush, and I couldn't get it over. It was kept on lapping over, so I was like, okay, something's going on behind here. So I removed the bumper, the bumper cover, which I was gonna do anyway. If you look right down here, let me see if you'll capture here. Let's see. I'm not sure if it's picking up or not. So there's a screw right here. That this is not the adjuster screw. What's mounted to it is this little piece here, that's threaded in like a cylinder. and it bouts up to this back end here, and it kind of fills in the gap here. And so I adjusted this. I put it all the way flush. You know, set everything the way I want it, held it, and screwed it back in, and voila, it held. Nothing moves, everything's flush, it's good as new. So I was kind of swaying that yesterday, and I decided to call it quits. You know, I was already frustrated by the paint color, unfortunately. I still gotta go through here and check my body lines and see if I can square this up a little bit better, take some measurements. But everything else came out good. Body lines on this side are absolutely perfect. I'm gonna have to fix the body line a little bit on that door. You can see it's a little bit lipped. The other side is fantastic. I did head out to the junkyard earlier today. Picked up some miscellaneous plastic parts that I found that were broken, and came apart this Jetta trunk mat, which I got for $5. So there's deals to be had there at junkyard. So it's always good to go to those. I always find it fun, even though it's really hot here in Texas. I got this piece just in case. This is for the mounting tabs inside the bumper, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use it yet. Their setup is kind of crummy. It's this piece here, and you see these tabs kind of go in to the bumper a little bit, and I think they melt it in. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this or not. I got it just in case, because this little tab's broken here. So what I think I'm going to end up doing is just keeping the one that's on there and epoxying this little piece here and epoxying this correctly down. So it's a little bit off, so I'll probably epoxy that, and we'll do that tomorrow. Let it dry for a good 12 hours at least before I put it back on the car. And let's see what else issues that I come up with. Oh, there's the other mounting tab that I picked up at the junkyard as well, and this is back over here on the fender. And it's this tabs here. It's where the bumper kind of slides in. So the bumper comes in this way, and it slides onto the fender, and then everything bolts on, so it's all one piece. So just be careful with these and this adjustment. I just thought that would be a good tip. Other than that, it's going on pretty good. I'm gonna get some quotes for some paint. I might actually try one of those mobile paint companies here that we have local. They come out with a paint tent. They work in your driveway or wherever you want, and they spray your car for you. They usually don't do the whole car. It's usually, you know, front portions or back portions of the car is what they do it on. But I'm kind of curious, and I might use them. So I'll keep you updated on that while we finish this. Another thing that I noticed, and it seems to be a problem on almost every Jetta, is these back doors. And I guess this is fake leather, it's synthetic leather or whatever, but these things start bubbling here and they start peeling off, and it's really sticky. I don't know, the adhesive they used and the foam is just eating each other away. So we might do another video on that, just to show you how to repair that yourself, and that'll be at another time. But like I said, thanks for watching. Keep you updated, and we'll keep on rolling. Thanks.